They want my vote like God runs campaigns, but God never needed ballots to reign over men. You preach democracy, I see a stage parade, men crowning himself king, pushing God out the frame. Politician, your mouth full of paper-made lies, but you choke when God's name comes up in your suits and ties. You wanna rule nations, but won't bow your head. Power without God always ends up dead. They sold us voting like it's holy and pure. Since when did God outsource his law to an envelope fold? If the crowd was right, Christ would have walked free, but history screams loud. The masses choose wrong repeatedly. Look closer, Moses wasn't elected, Jesus wasn't voted in, Muhammad wasn't selected. God chooses, man rejects, then cries in the wreckage. Cause the same rebellion progress while living the damage. Abba al-Siddiq stood up, no suit, no stage, no throne, no slogans, just God he obeyed. Allegiance to God, that's what shook their spine. Cause people who bow to God don't bend to the system's design. If he was fake, they let him talk himself out, but they answer with prison, fear, smear, and a blackout. When a system cages those who remind you of God, it's cause truth is a threat they can't afford. Now to the people, stop playing blind. Silence ain't neutral when God draws the line. You say, I did nothing, but you let it ride. And before God, letting it happen means you stood on the side. It's hard to the pick between two puppets on strings. Same master, same script, just different color schemes. You vote for the lesser evil, thinking you're wise, while God shows you truth and you avert your eyes. Politician, you talk law, order, and land, but erase God the moment you drafted your plans. You want justice without the just one involved. The godless world is chaos with a clean suit and a law. The streets are quiet, cause they're sedated, not free, not agreement. Just exhaustion on repeat. You rule tired bodies, not awakened minds. But God don't choose cowards, he chooses the firm and the true in spine. Abba al-Siddiq never asked blind loyalty. He said ask God, no liar dares that openly. Lies dodge the test, truth invites the flame. That's why the system shakes when God gets named. You vote for comfort in an unjust cage, trading your fate for a small, quiet wage. When God asks you why I follow men instead of me, what you say? I was scared, everybody did it, please. History's a mirror, not a dusty tale. Every era kills truth in a brand new jail. Yesterday a cross, today a cell block wall. Same fear, same crowd, same spiritual fall. God already chose a leader, yet you still vote like a piece of paper could override his decree in motion. You think you're free cause you picked your executioner. Real freedom starts when you say God first, not me, not voter. Politician, your rule rests on human ink. God's rule cut centuries, snaps chains, make tyrants blink. You might win elections, lose the life to come, cause before God, no term, no office, no badge will run. Now to the people, wake up, nobody's coming to save you. God already spoke, you just chose not to face truth. Abba al-Siddiq is a test, not a political lane. Rejecting God's choice is spiritual rebellion, not civic debate. So keep your vote if it's Barabbas. Once again, I choose God, even if it leaves me outside the frame. History watches, God judges, time unveils. Either you walk with the leader God chose or stay chained to the lie that yells.